Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Today, we are going to look at a franchise who I think has the best bowling attack in the league, the best bowling attack because they can play on any surface, literally. Be it be the fast bowling department, be it be death bowling, be it be spinners. They have the best spinners in the world. So, one of the best fast bowler in the world. So, you might have guessed it till now. The franchise is some. Uh, Sunrisers Hyderabad. It's a franchise which is close to our heart because I'm from that city. County is from Hyderabad, and after MI, it's my favorite franchise, and after RCB, it's the favorite of County as well.
So
So
yeah,
County.
SRH is, I think, this slightly, slowly pass under the radar. People never notice SRH as much as they notice RCB or CSK or Mumbai, all these top franchises as people call them. And one more thing about SRH is consistency, right? Uh, Look at, they have won the trophy in 2016, made the final in 2018, but in the last 5 years they consistently made it to the top four. Right. So I guess it's all down to the structure in SRH, the way they have done well in auction. I think if you look at SRH, one good thing you will realize is how important auction is.
Yeah.
It looks like they have covered all the bases. For example, look at 2018, Warner got banned, right? Because of that, the ball tampering and all the things. And then everyone thought, okay, now what about SRH? Who's going to captain him? Because Warner
Yeah.
has been a cornerstone. And but then came Kane Williamson, and he had what blockbuster season, 780 runs or so.
Yeah.
So that shows the depth of squad SRH has, and also the backroom staff. VVS Lakshman. I keep mentioning backroom stuff even for CSK. I told Stephen Fleming and all that because backroom in these long tournaments, when we have people from different countries, different kinds of players, different. It's tough to just imagine you have to leave out someone like Johnny Bairstow on the bench. Johnny Bairstow is a definite starter for England. You're leaving him out on the bench, right? And so it happens sometimes. And to deal with those kind of things, you need a proper backroom stuff. And look at the backroom stuff they've got: Murli Tharan, VVS Lakshman, Trevor Bayliss, such a nice coach. Oh, Tom Moody was replaced, was good, and then Trevor Bayliss. So actually, SRH is, I would say, a complete package. Even though they don't have any, superstars or what we call this, but still they really have that. It's a complete package if you ask me about SRH.
Yeah.
And as usual, uh, for them, I think they can even defeat any given day. Okay, fine. I understand any team can defend any total on a given day if they do well, but SRH I think can consistently defend 150. Right? We all know they have got that kind of bowling. They have got four really quality bowlers, so Bhuneshwar Kumar, Rashid Khan, Natarajan. Look at the rise of Natarajan for the past 1 year, right? So they have got really nice bowling lineup. So what do you think? What do you think? Right? Or how do you think SRH does this time?
SRH can defend any total. You have taken me back to memories. I remember 4 or 5 seasons ago, SRH bowled out MI for 112 or
Yes, yes,
119.
109. Yeah, it was 109.
and, all
Yeah,
of, and all of those
109.
things. Now, don't take me back then in the
I
first
remember
four,
it
five
was
years.
Sachin's
MI.
birthday. It was Sachin's birthday, and people thought, okay,
Yeah.
fine, like
Yeah.
MI, easy win for MI, but then they have defended
Yeah.
109, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's the bowling lineup. I guess there are if there are matches like that, as you said, I just mentioned against MI in 2018 or 17, what was it? So for SRH, normally you don't have one player of the match. I think it's a whole bowling unit as a player of the match. Whenever they do well, their bowling does well, right?
Yeah.
So that's something really good about SRH. And look at the lineup like David Warner, Saha.
Yeah.
They got really two nice openers. Saha can just, I think Saha is given a free role. He'll just go and plays naturally, can just strong the ball, and if it can't, it's good, well and good, or else. And they got really nice middle order: Kane Williamson, Manish Pandey, and one nice buy this time. I would say it's a good buy. I would say because of the inexperience that SRH had previously in those two positions, Abdul Samad and Priyam Garg, Abhishek Sharma. Like, we don't know how they are good, but are they reliable? We don't know, right? But I just hope Kedar Jadav's experience will be really helpful for SRH. And wait, okay. I think for people, I think this is not my lineup. I think that's Mohan's lineup. You're saying, sorry for the
Yes.
mistake
Yes.
over there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Mohan's lineup.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
This is my lineup. I think it's our lineups are similar. I think the only difference is I think you played
yeah, gone with
Jason
Mujib,
Holder
right? Yeah, that's what.
instead of Mujibur Rahman. So
Mujib, yes, 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 yes.
it's a similar lineup. So
Lineup, yes,
it's
yes,
need
yeah.
yeah, it's not anyone's mistake. It's just one lineup, and we just had one player who was different. Yeah. So why did you like go with Jason Holder instead of Mujib?
Yeah, actually, if you go to my thing, I would say it's Jason Holder or Mohammad Nabi instead of Mujib because they have already got enough bowling options,
Yeah.
right? And moreover, for SRH, it's the middle order batting because we don't know how good Kedar Jadhav can be. And Manish Pandey has done well. He has scored well last season. He scored around 500 runs, but his strike rate is a bit of concern. He has scored it around.
Yeah.
If you see the stats, his average strike rate for the tournament was around 125, 130 range, right? And so for that, for just for the depth in batting, because the inexperience they have down there, I've gone with either Holder or Nabi. Nabi, I would say because they'll be playing their and even the services actually. The Savage will be playing the first few matches in Chennai, which is a slower turning track, and in those tracks, I think they'll go with Nabi. And at the end, when come the matches in Kolkata or in other surfaces which are quick, I think they'll go with Jason Holder.
And that's one of my main reasons why I picked Mujib instead of Nabi.
Mhm.
I mean Nabi and Mujib, okay, bowling wise both are good, right? Both are like really that mystery sort
Yes.
of bowlers. But I
Mm.
think you're going with Nabi just because of that batting. He gives a
But yes, exactly.
bit more
Mm.
batting cover, that assurance. But then one thing about SRH is I still don't trust this middle order because I still don't see a batsman who is like in your face. You have to chase at 150, 160 strike rate in the last 4 overs. 60 of the last four, 70 of the last four. Do you back this SRH middle order to get that 60 of the
Actually,
last four?
actually, one reason, one thing about SRH middle orders, I guess that's the reason why Kane Williamson has played at number 4 for SRH last season. Even though Manish Pandey and Kane Williamson both were playing, Kane Williamson normally he plays it. Williamson plays at number 3 for New Zealand, but
Number
still
three, yeah.
for SRH he played at 4. I think just to provide that stability in the middle order, like. And Williamson, as we all know, like world class player, and he's underrated. He's an underrated T20 player, if you ask me. Because to do well in IPL, scoring 70 runs in IPL, that's no joke, right? That's not something to be scoffed at, and he has done really well. And one more thing I would say about SRH: do you see Bairstow coming into the mix at one point? Like if in case what if Warner has a bad season, then what do you think would happen to SRH? Because a lot. SRH's batting revolves around Warner, as we all know. Bowling revolves around Rashid Khan and Bhuvesh Kumar, and thankfully Bhuvesh Kumar is fit this time. But what do you think Warner is having a bad day or Warner is having a bad season?
I think Warner having a bad season has two implications. One, obviously, on the batting side. The other thing is on the leadership side. See, when you're not
Okay.
performing well, how do you justify yourself being the first name on the team sheet for every match? You yourself will feel that this is something wrong. In the past, you have seen Ricky Ponting, captain of MI, left the captaincy. Dinesh Karthik, for example, in the last season, he has left the captaincy. So I think Warner not in form will be a huge issue for Hyderabad because then they will have to remove him. And yeah, they have got Kane Williamson, but you have a leader who is sitting out, who was your captain, and then you have another captain, Kane Williamson, now who's leading. I think that
Exactly. Exactly.
could be an issue, especially the mentality of the players and stuff. Because IPL is as much of a mental game more than a physical game, if you ask me. So and Bairstow, I don't see him getting back in because having Bairstow, I think will disturb the dynamics of the team because you put Bairstow over there, you have to bring in an Indian all-rounder, which means Vijay Shankar will come in. I
Yeah.
personally don't rate Vijay Shankar at all.
He has just gone down after the 2019 World Cup, right? At one point he played at number 4 for India in the World Cup, but after that, yeah, he just couldn't live up to the expectations. But I was asking you that question because last time around Bairstow started, but then due to some
Yeah,
reasons, Saha was the
it
opener, and
completely
then
affected the
yeah,
balance
exactly.
of the
And when at
team.
the end when Saha got injured, Asad struggled. I would say one of the reasons why Asad's batting struggled even against Delhi over there was because of the batting they had because Priyam Garg had to open. If you remember last time,
Yeah.
Saha was injured, then Priyam Garg
They were
opened
trying
with
out many
Warner. Yeah.
combinations. Yeah.
So I hope everyone stays fit because one more point, more than issue, they were talking about leadership, right? More than an issue, I would say that's one of the plus points of SRH. Look at
Yeah.
they have got If Bhuvi is injured, fine. Natarajan has done well. Natarajan stood up last time. Sandeep Sharma. They have Khalil Ahmed, Siddharth Kaul, who has done really good in the 2018 season. Okay, they have they have let go of Billy Stanley, but still have got good bowling options. And Rashid Khan, basically with Rashid Khan in your team, opponents are just batting for 16 overs.
Yeah.
That's it. Because
That,
one,
yeah.
it's see you can see players bowlers doing well for 1 or 2 or 3 years, but to do well, the longevity you had and not being able to get picked by the batsman,
Yeah.
that's something to be really appreciated. And so Rashid Khan is a bank of 4 overs. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, as we have seen in the England, even though England were scoring at 8 or 9 per over, still Bhuvneshwar Kumar had an economy of only 6 and 7.
Yeah.
So that is really nice. Natarajan could hit the Yorkers any time. Sandeep Sharma is an underrated bowler. The Sandeep Sharma, Khalil Ahmed, they have got options over there. And but one thing that I would like to see this time is a proper tonker of the ball, like in Abdul Samad. SRH has trusted Abdul Samad even last season, so I'm really looking forward to Abdul Samad flourish. Like at least in even Abdul Samad does well in 4 of the 14 matches, maybe 3 or 4 matches. That's really good. That's really good output. That's a really good thing for SRH. So yeah, everything depends on the batting of David Warner again, as we always will say, and Rashid Khan and Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
You know the problem with Abdul Samad is he's a young guy. Okay, if he hits out in a match or two, also they will analyze him. Now you have cameras everywhere, and even Hardik Pandya also. If you see towards the end of the last IPL, they had worked him out. They were bowling wide outside the off stump, that wide line, and they were not giving him any space to hit. And Hardik Pandya sort of struggled with that. Even Dhoni also had that issue, right? And then he overcame it. So it's gonna be ruthless for Abdul Samad. They will really find him out, analyzing him and all of that. So it remains to be seen how we can overcome those things. And also regarding the opening partnership, I think last season SRH faced the same problem as Punjab faced. Two openers really good, almost a non-existent middle order. Okay, Manish Pandey got a few runs.
Yeah, Manish Pandey actually did well, except for the striker. He actually did well. He got around 500 runs, which is really good for
But
an
then
IPL season.
at what
Yeah,
strike rate did he get
that's
the
what. I think
500
that's
runs?
exactly why I'm looking forward to Abdul Samad to cover up for it. And Mohammad Nabi has a role to play over there. Mohammad Nabi can hit the long ball, and I think he does well. Kedar Jadhav, that thing over there, I just hope he delivers a season of around 300 runs. That's good enough. Even if Kedar Jadhav delivers of 300 for the batting lineup, because he's batting around people like I think Williamson will bat at 4, so he'll be batting around Williamson, Manish Pandey, Holder, Nabi, those kind of people who are really good at rotating the strike and all that. So Kedar Jadhav, if he does well, then I can see them easily making the top 4. But the final two, I don't know. Maybe they can go to the final as well. They can go to the final.
Yeah,
They really even have the backup. The reserve strength is also as good as their starting 11. Jason Roy, Bairstow, Abhishek Sharma can come in at one point. Shahbaz Nadeem with his left arm, and they have a really good backup team. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to
my
that. I hope
my
they
my
do.
my one concern with this SRH middle order is, see, you see which three batsmen are batting in those spots with Jadhav, Holder, and Abdul Samad are batting in a CSK, for example. You have Dhoni, you have Bravo, you have Jadeja. In MI, you see Pollard, Hardik Pandya, Krunal Pandya.
Mhm.
You see in the big teams, even in RCB, you see Glenn Maxwell, Dan Christian. See all the big those hitters are batting, and in that sense,
Exactly.
SRH is looking a bit light. But again, SRH has always been light, and still
Exactly. Yeah.
they had won
That's
it.
what I
But
said. That's how I started my this video, saying that SRH may not have those big names that you're talking about, Krunal Pandyas or Maxwell or Dhoni,
no,
Jadeja, but
there's
still they
one
perform.
concern here.
So
But I
no,
have one
SRH,
concern
I
here.
feel no, I feel for SRH, it's more about they go with form than with reputation. SRH players may not carry that reputation, but they really come to the party. They perform. Jason Holder has played well last time. He scored around 250 runs or something, and he has anchored the innings well. I remember with Kane Williamson at one match, they finished the match off, and it was. I would say Jason Holder and Nabi, they're underrated as batsmen, but I really see them playing well. SR has always been that kind of team. No big names, but you. What matters is not the reputation but performance, and SRH always delivers the performance. I hope
But
they do that this time. So
but then I have one concern here. You see the seasons when SRH won the IPL. In the first time, I think 2009, they had Andrew Simons. Andrew Simons was one of the best hitters. Then
oh yeah,
Rohit Sharma. I think made some
No,
fun. He had
I
an
guess
insane
that's
season.
out of
So
out
to
of context because DC Deccan Chargers was different. The framework of Deccan Chargers
two
is
players.
completely
Yeah,
different
two
to the
players.
framework of SRH.
Now let us come to Sunrisers. 2016, they won the
Yeah,
next
2016.
IPL trophy, and
2018 they made it to the final without
yeah,
Warner, without Bhuneshwar Kumar for a few matches in the middle. I remember he was injured,
yeah,
but
yeah. They
yeah,
made it to the final, but in 2016 you see who are the two hitters. Yusuf Pathan was there, and you had a certain Ben Cutting. So
but then
always you see there are two big
Ben
hitters for a team who have to win the final. So I think
Ben
that is
Cutting would
what was
always be
lacking here.
remembered. Ben Cutting would always be remembered just for that half century he made in the final, right? Like
Yeah,
it was such a nice innings.
for
Unfortunately,
denying
it was
RCB the trophy
unfortunately it was against RCB, but still very good innings.
twice the
But I see
century.
that's what I'm looking forward. I'm really excited about Abdul Samad. People have talked about him well,
Yeah,
and so let's see how it goes. Jason Holder,
yeah,
Mohammad Nabi, yeah. So, but
yeah.
yeah,
Very
it looks
very
really bad
interesting.
inside. So top four is certain for them, right?
For me, yeah, I'm expecting them to finish third because I think they'll fall a bit short behind MI and CSK.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I
don't
think
know. I think they can
they'll
even make
finish
it to the
third. Yeah,
final. Of course, qualifiers you never know. You can't predict them,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I still think they can make it to the final this time. If Warner, as usual, Warner always delivers. Warner for SRG is a completely different entity to the Warner of Australia. So
yeah.
Warner
Yeah.
always delivers.
Yeah, unlike Maxwell, who's a different entity, he plays well for
Exactly,
Australia, and
exactly. They're two
that's why
different.
RCB picks Maxwell and not someone who does well in the IPL.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, yes, guys. So that's it from us for SRH. So hope you guys liked it. If you have liked it, then please go hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for further more updates on our channel. And just something as usual, like if you like to comment or something you disagree with us or any players that you think we didn't discuss well or could have focused more on, please let us know in the comment section.
yeah, do write in the comment section about Glenn Maxwell also. Countiny is very very interested. He's always bringing in. Now he didn't find an RCB player in this lineup. He's brought in Glenn Maxwell with his comparisons. Never leaving RCB. so we so we'll come back to you with the preview of one last team that is left, which is my favorite team, which
Mumbai
is the
Indians.
mighty MI. So we'll be back
Yeah.
with you with the preview of MI. See you until then.
See you later. Yeah.